This omerta concept comes from a pre-therapeutic culture.
This isn't omerta. It's something else.
Better to act quickly if, more is lost by indecision than by wrong decision. That's all I'm saying.
But more important than a particular decision is that it happened in a timely fashion. You don't want to create confusion and subordination.
Tony's tendency to procrastinate on critical decisions allows problems to compound.
Tony knows what has to be done. Tell John where to find Tony Blondetto. He just won't do it.
As if he even knows where Tony B is.
Please, let me tell you something. Anthony Soprano was very adroit at keeping his family out of the fucking frying pan. Both cousins. The rest of us...
And the missed windows allow weaknesses to be exploited.
All things considered, he's got a legitimate beef. Make him disappear or make nice. You only got two choices.
Yo, wasn't that Tony there, the guy you were supposed to cap to prevent this from happening?
I don't know. I guess not.
Family first, business second, blurring the lines. Now, in terms of this decision about Tony B, we could also put that in the category of family first, business second, putting the needs of his individual family members above the collective interest of his organized crime family. Personal relationships often dictate business decisions, which leads to nepotism and many people getting chances that others didn't have.
With Paulie in the can, there's a new acting capo of his crew. It's Chrissy.
Hey, Chrissy, Jidda.
That's the way certain people want it, and we trust there will be no ill will.
The emotional baggage of his personal life constantly spills over.
Now I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, hey, Tone, I would never do what he did. God bless, I hope not. But we are a family. And even in this fucked up day and age, that means something. So we're going to deal with this as a family, together, no matter how it affects anybody, personal safety-wise, financially-wise, till and as such. But I don't shit where I eat. And you really don't shit where I eat.
Che cosa?
Non fare la merda dove mangiare. It's bad business. We're in business.
Just like he tells Annalisa and Benny Fazio. But look at what he does. He beats up Assemblyman Zellman, a legislator who Tony does lots of business with, who gives him a lot of information and inside connections.
Good news about the Esplanade. The legislature has voted to refund the special Newark Development District along Frelinghuysen Avenue, north from the Museum of Trucking. Because of the vote, Omni is going to put up a hotel with a galleria on the first floor. Word came down yesterday.
So, Maurice, Ron tells me you're from down Roseville Street.
My father was a typesetter for the Star Ledger.
I'm borrowing money myself to grab up parcels along Frelinghuysen Ave through a shell company. And a private citizen like you, who's going to quibble with patriotic entrepreneurism?
He sleeps with Svetlana, the nurse for his uncle, at his uncle's house. Oh, and this is the cousin of his former Gumar, Irina.
It was a very bad day for her.
One isn't.
I told you. I told you it's all over for me.
He told me he couldn't perform. They broke up not so long after.
And that shit goes into the Soprano home when Irina calls.
I gotta go home tomorrow. And I gotta tell my kids. I wanna come home.
There are some non-negotiable conditions.
Like what?
You can't have your horse in here.
Why not?
Are you kidding me? The smell and shit all over the place?
Just ask Carmela about the smell and shit all over the place.
Tony?
Tony.
Blanca, что здесь делаешь?
What you doing?
I didn't expect you so soon.
But when you think about it, for someone like Tony Soprano, is it really feasible to not shit where you eat? To keep business separate from family? In that world, family is business, and business is family. And the things that Tony eats literally come from that world, too. Just some food for thought.
Can I have the end piece?
Johnny, let's eat while it's still hot.
This is business, Anthony.
Yeah, I know. But I'm talking to you here on a human level. Things are going good. I'm firmly in charge, no trouble there. So what? Am I ripping phones out of the wall in front of my kid? See, that's the point. You never saw Carlo, or Lucky, or Douglas MacArthur going around punching fucking walls.
Nothing's changed, okay? He refuses to really engage on this trauma the uncle caused, and I think it's just a matter of time before he totally decompensates.
Point where business bleeds into other shit.
This alteration you had with him. You're at the precipice, Tony, of an enormous crossroads.
When Tony decides to kill Ralph, he says to Ralph, "She was a beautiful, innocent creature. What'd she ever do to you?" It seems like his emotions, including for Tracy, are impacting him here. And killing one of your captains, who's a phenomenal earner...
He's the boss. He can do what he wants.
Boss or no, you don't raise your hands to another made guy.
Pause. Rules are rules, otherwise what? Fucking anarchy.
Also causing confusion among the other guys in his crew and lying to them. Not the best decision strategically, in my opinion.
If I didn't know better.
We're off the record here, Albert.
We're off the record. It's Tony. This is bad, my friend. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't piss on this Ralph if he was on fire. But to whack the guy over a horse...
It can happen to him, it can happen to any of us.
And what's next? You get clipped for wearing the wrong shoes?
A lot of guys today, they become soft living in America. You know, 1 in 5 guys, they're a fucking rat. You can't find anybody over there that believes in the old ways. You know, keep it silent, putting the family first.
Tony likes to think that he knew how to size up a person and tell if they were lying, or in extreme cases, if they were a rat.
I gotta do it. I know the guy. I know the way he thinks. I know the way he acts. My old man was very good at vibing people out, too. Masserone's up to something? I'll pick it up.
But in various cases and with various people, he seems to have a blind spot. There were lots of rats that hung around in the background, never detected or only detected after a while.
He was a good kid, Raymond.
The best.
There's Ray Curto, Eugene Pontecorvo, not to mention his blind spot with Puss at First, which gave Puss and the FBI a whole extra season of potential ways to take Tony down for RICO charges.
Things are happening, Tony.
What kind of things?
Things.
It was a rat himself, Eugene, who caught on to the possibility of Ray Curto being a rat, but it never crossed Tony's mind. And with Puss, I think we could also tie this back to the weakness of putting personal family and friend relationships over the welfare of the crime family, because he's putting them all at risk by looking the other way with Puss, who he considers his best friend.
Point is, was Ray Curto a cooperator? The way things are shaping up, you're a designated hitter.
Has he cried? Or reported crying?
Besides blind spots with certain people, Tony's denial could have possibly contributed to his death or indictment when it's all said and done.
Tom, I swear to you, you're not going to be like Ginny. I've been real good about that, and frankly, it's not going to happen to us. And I hate that you're going around acting all the time like it will.
After Tony gets shot, rather than taking a step backward and being more cautious, he tells Carmelo that the fact that he survived a gunshot wound means things are way up. Time to go full speed ahead.
You already got shot. Now you won't even go down and get the paper. Who is out there?
Come on.
What is it? You eat and you play and you pretend like there's not a giant piano hanging by a rope just over the top of your head every minute of every day.
I survived a fucking gut shot wound. Big picture-wise, I'm up.
What?
In the series finale, after all the bloodshed, there's a sit-down and things seem to be settled between the DeMeo and Lubertazzi families. It's safe to go back home, and I suppose it's safe to go out to dinner, too.
Holston says the consensus.
And AJ even mentioned to Tony how his favorite scene of all time is in The Godfather.
Because every time we watch Godfather, when Michael Corleone shoots those guys in the restaurant, those assholes who tried to kill his dad, you say it's your favorite scene of all time.
Art imitates life. Life imitates art. Other people have also watched The Godfather.
Let me tell you something, AJ. I don't care how close you are. In the end, your friends are going to let you down. Family. They're the only ones you can depend on.
I've always found this to be an interesting line from Tony, considering the fact that in his life, most of his close friends, or people that he'd call friends, even best friends, are members of one of his families. And we know that in that family, there are rats. So, family, they're the only ones you can depend on. Does that really apply here in Tony's life?
Blue moon in your eyes,